Would you know what to do if somebody came to you and said that they were gender diverse? Could you be the ally that they need in that moment? One that is probably a very significant and pivotal moment in their lives. Do you even understand what it means to be gender diverse? I'm Dr. Bree Gorman, and I work with individuals and organisations to create environments of inclusion where everybody can be valued and celebrated for being themselves, which means then that we can get the most out of all our employees, we can engage with our customers and clients, and we can create sporting environments where everybody can come to play and have a good time. I want to talk to you today about 3 things you can do to be a better ally to people who are gender diverse. But first, let's talk a little bit about the difference between gender and sex. When you're born, the doctors or nurses announce, "It's a girl, it's a boy." But the reality is what they're doing is announcing the sex based on the physical attributes that they can see. Your gender is actually your sense of self. It's an internal sense of identity. It's not something that can be identified looking at your body. Because of that, only you can know what your gender is. And you might come to terms with that or be able to describe that later in life, maybe as a young child. But as society, we have so many expectations and stereotypes around gender that we cause significant issues, harm, discrimination and harassment against people who are gender diverse. So what can you do about it? What role can you play? I like to think there's 3 things that you can start doing immediately. 1 is educate yourself. Learn about the lived experiences of people who identify as a gender that is different to the sex they were assigned at birth. Now you can do that through training, and always feel free to contact me if that's something you're interested in. You can read books, articles about gender diversity. You can listen to podcasts. There's plenty of great podcasts that talk about what it's like to be gender diverse and what it means. The second thing you can do is think about the policies and guidelines that exist within your organisation, within the sporting club that you interact with, the school that you interact with. Are the right policies and procedures and guidelines in place to ensure that if somebody does come and say that they're gender diverse, that there is a welcoming and inclusive process that will follow that, so that you know how to respond in that situation and others know how to respond and not create more pain, hurt, discrimination. And the third thing I think you can do is be an active bystander. We can call out language that restates or holds tight to the binary idea of gender. So by that I mean if somebody says boys and girls, you can quietly and politely correct them to kids. If somebody is having a conversation where they dismiss the idea that people can be a gender other than a man or a woman, you've now educated yourself so you can hold space in that conversation and dispute that position. So as a recap, educate yourself around gender diversity, advocate or introduce yourself policies and guidelines that facilitate the gender affirmation or gender transition of somebody, and be an active bystander wherever you can and in whatever situation. Now, I'd love you, if you're interested in this content or would like to learn more, you can join my mailing list by visiting www.breegorman.com.au. Sign up, and I always have a monthly inclusion challenge and a new blog out each month that you'll receive. And you'll also get information about the training that I offer and the types of things that you can do. So go forth, challenge gender stereotypes, and be the ally that people who are gender diverse need.